Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nadia Adam. I'm a Vedic astrologer. So today we are going to talk about the energy update between 4th of November until 11th of November. That's mean for the upcoming 1 week. As usual, I will divide my explanation into several parts and the timestamp will be in the description box along with my personal details if you're interested to book a personal reading with me. So now we are open to do an annual horoscope reading for 2026. Please check the link down below, and if you feel comfortable also to contact me directly, please feel free to do that. All right. Okay. Well. Kind of a lot of things going on this week. Okay. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the full moon actually. Let me just change the time. It will be in the next 2 days, around 3rd or 4th of November here. Okay. So we can see that we're gonna have a full moon in Aries under Bharani Nakshatra, actually. Okay. Which will also gonna activate our Venus. So now if you can see, Sun is actually debilitated, but getting some sort of constellation of of debilitation, okay, Nich Bang Yog, from Venus. And then Moon here, of course, is in Aries, and then the Lord of the Lagna or the Aries itself is Mars. It's also in the very strong dignity, okay? It's in the Scorpio, it's his own sign. Okay, a lot of things going on in this segment actually. It can be good. It can be considered also to be very heavily afflicted chart. When we have a lot of strong planet in the sky, if we are looking at it from the perspective of birth, all right, that means the kid, for example, born around this date, yeah, it means that their chart is can be quite strong, right? Because the planet's dignity is quite good. But of course, again, it will also depend on the Navamsha. However, because in the sky right now, the energy shows up as every planet, it's in a very strong magnitude power. This can indicate a lot of trouble, anxiety, anxiousness, uneasiness, sudden changes, sudden upheaval gonna be occurring in the next 1 week period. Okay, so this is not gonna be a very nice kind of period, especially for the next 1 week, until at least Mercury move retrograde in its maybe second or third day. Then okay, we are get used to it. Things will start to flow a bit better. Okay, so right now we're gonna have a full moon in the sign of Aries, but the problem is it's under nakshatra called Bharani. So usually Bharani, it has to do with ending, okay? Has to do with ending, transformation. It kind of denotes to Lord Yama, okay, which is the Lord of Death. Therefore, there will be a lot of ending and conclusion gonna come up during upcoming period, especially in the segment related to relationship and partnership. Okay, misunderstanding gonna be very common, breaking up gonna be common, but at the same time also, making up with people gonna be common. People can become hyper emotional and they will be pouring their anger and frustration mostly towards people around them. Everyone will have that energy of me, what I need to do for myself, what is the best for me, what and how I can do this. It's all about personal kind of aspect, which is me, myself, right? Um, this is not a really nicest moon placement because it shows and denotes towards restlessness for the moon, right? Moon is a very teeny tiny planet, right? Is a luminary planet. When it falls into the energy of Yama, it feels a bit restless and lost. Therefore, people who have a strong energy or placement in the sign of Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer will feel this the most because it will be falling into their 1, 7, 4, 10 axis. Something in regards to that will happen. If let's say, for example, for Cancer, does mean this thing is can gives you a lot of restlessness related to work. Let's say for Aries themselves, people they will be feeling restless towards themselves. Like I just don't know, I'm just feeling restless. I'm feeling irritated for whatever reason. All right. Let's say, for example, in the segment of Capricorn, that means it has to do with home, family situation, domestic life can be a bit like restless here. Okay. So there is that anxiousness and frustration. Collectively, we're gonna feel it, all right, heavily. Not in the part where is Libra, it will be more in the part where is Aries in your chart. Okay. So This is not really comfortable full moon. However, I will be able to post a blog about it tomorrow to just show you what exactly you're going to expect during this time, how to can navigate it, and such. Right. So this is in the regards to the full moon. Now the second thing is that we're going to have the now, coming to the energy of Mercury here, it's going to move retrograde between 11 of November until 29 of November. Okay, so that's mean the whole month of November we're gonna witness Mercury moving from the sign of Scorpio into Libra. Now, okay, Mercury is not really bad usually in Scorpio, but the fact that it sits with Mars, so it's amplified whatever that Scorpio segment in your chart. All right, so you really need to be careful what exactly being where is exactly your Scorpio is. That thing will be significantly activated and definitely will be connected to the people around you. This is a very straightforward theme related to revealing some truth about people, about something that been hidden from you. Okay, if let's say there is lie, deception from others that you really not been aware of it, or maybe from now itself you have that hunch and feeling that something just not right, or something is actually A or B or C, but you yet seeing the evidence of it, then Mercury right now moving retrograde, it will start to reveal itself. This is number one. Number two, it will be revealing itself unexpectedly and usually via people. Therefore, you will hear some news, some rumors, for example, and even energy related to talking behind your back or gossiping. It will be quite common during this time. Now, Mars here is not a problem, of course, because it sits in its own sign, it sits in the own house. But usually, it's not really a very comfortable placement because it can make the people quite impulsive in their action and decision. So let's say, for example, true enough, you figure out something, you're not gonna really sit down with that emotion and just think about it and contemplating what is your next step. Mars here will make you a bit impulsive, and maybe you're just gonna do things which you're not supposed to do, or maybe reacting in the way that you're not supposed to react in that way. Okay, so yeah, it's fine, it's great placement, but yet Mars here can give a lot of mental emotional impulsiveness. All right, a lot of sudden issues and problems related to electronic, or maybe even globally you will hear some issues related to cybersecurity. All right, scamming or fraud and stuff like that, it will start to reveal itself during this period. Okay, issues related to finance, you may find like maybe the stock market, the prices of gold and so on. I don't think it's gold, but the price of stock market in general, or the trading, it can goes up and down during this period. All right, issues related to phenomena of catastrophe, like a natural catastrophe related to air, so that's maybe related to tsunami, for example. I don't know, some thunderstorm. Okay, it can happen very significantly during this period. And of course, add on that the natural theme of Mercury has to do with delay, postponing, things just not coming up correctly, etc., etc. So, of course, you will be able to sense it from now because it's just 1 week away from us where I am recording this. Okay, 1 week to 5 days. So, you'll be able to sense it, you'll be able to feel that restlessness, and also it can give a lot of impulsiveness towards changing something within us, right? Perhaps because it's aspect, we're having it aspecting Taurus, it shows a change in perspective and views and your values, right? Many people will go back into their cocoon, right? And just like detaching. And when you coming and approach them, they'll be angry and frustrated, all right? People will have a major issue with communication, intellectual skill. Misunderstanding will be very much common during this time. All right. So this is not really the nicest placement, honestly speaking, because Mercury naturally is ruling the Dushtana, one of the Dushtanas, which is Virgo, right? And then the third house of Gemini. So by it being retrograding in another Dushtana, it shows a quite a chaos. All right. Now, who's gonna feel this the most? It's almost the same. If you have actually one moment. Okay. Let me put it in this way. If you have actually Taurus as a significant placement for you, all right, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, definitely you'll be able to sense this, okay, more. Now, again, is it means Nadia is always going to be bad? It's not necessary, but yet I still believe no matter how much this energy can unfold in the good way for you, you still need to be careful of it, okay? Now, last thing before we wrap up, we're gonna have also Jupiter here about to move retrograde. That's mean it's gonna head into the shadow period starting from next week, actually from now. Jupiter here will be retrograding starting from 18 of November, all right? So that's mean we're gonna already sense that Jupiter here is wrapping up itself again, pulling his back and just want to go back to where it is, which is Gemini. But again, this is where people keep telling me like, well, Nadia, since Jupiter entered Cancer, I really do not feel comfortable and just I feel all over the place. I feel restless, nothing much going on, but I just feel restless. Because I mentioned actually in the last video that I did, Jupiter here feels comfortable as if you were tired, you were exhausted, you just enter your house, okay? You didn't even have a chance to rest yet, but again, you get that phone call that you need to go out again. So you feel that restlessness of duty, like, oh my God, now I have to go back. I just reached here. So it can make you feel still restless and uneasy until Jupiter actually moves to Gemini, all right, around the second week of December. Then only you will feel like, okay, life is a bit better. Maybe the energy is a bit calmer. This month can be one of the most intense months throughout the year of 2025, to be very honest with you. True enough, like maybe just a small planet here moving retrograde and so on, but we will be coincide of three planets moving retrograde. And it will be creating like a triangle of all the Dushtana or Moksha Trikona, let's say. Moksha Trikona being extremely heavily active during this time. This is, for example, this is going to be another whole topic, I would say. Okay. I'm going to talk about it maybe by this upcoming weekend or next week. But this is a whole other drama. When you have significant moksha houses being activated, that's mean something in the collective subconscious of the universe or people are surrounding us, we all, is changing and shifting. Something has to do with our really heavy karma here need to reveal itself, need to show up itself. So you can say that maybe we are in that verge of rectifying our path before we entering 2026. So maybe actually in this next 2 months, November and December, when we hit January itself, we're gonna be totally 100% different people. Of course, this thing gonna play out in different way, but definitely this is gonna be a heavy, heavy, heavy activation for Moksha Trikona to be heavily afflicted like this. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. Wishing you all the best. Stay good, be good. See you soon. Bye bye.